welcome back to Coffee Infused Crypto. So today, and as promised, we're gonna deep dive into Ethereum. So this is an Ethereum special. We're gonna check what is gonna happen after breaking out of this inverse head and shoulder pattern. What is an inverse head and shoulder pattern, and check what targets are we expecting us to hit in the near and medium future. So grab your cups of coffee, sit back and enjoy the analysis. So first of all, this would be an inverse head and shoulder. So we have a head and shoulder pattern and an inverse head and shoulder pattern. And please note, guys, those patterns are traded because of the psychology of the market. So because everyone knows this, thus the potential of it, or the target of its break, is known amongst traders and amongst analysts. So technically the psychology of this trade is because everyone knows and everyone agreed upon targets. Even though an inverse head and shoulders should be, the price should be coming from the upside, and that's what I would have preferred it to be. As you can notice here, the price is coming from the downside, but nevertheless, this is still powerful and has the same potential of performing just as the price is coming from the upside. But the technical one would be price coming from the upside, creating a neckline. So as you can see here, a neckline. And then creating a left shoulder, okay, and then a head, and then a right shoulder, left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. The breakout would happen around this area, okay, around once we cross the neckline, we break out, come back, retest, and that would be the point. So we're expecting a retest around this area. So that would be an inverse head and shoulders. So the head and shoulders would be on the lower part of the resistance. Meanwhile, a head and shoulders, we flip this around to the upper side, and we'll have the shoulder, head, and shoulder, and the break would be to the downside. So inverse head and shoulders, bullish. Head and shoulders, bearish pattern. Okay, so since we broke here, we're gonna check the target. So the target would be from the lowest point, the head. Okay, so we take a lowest point from the head and go all the way up to the resistance, which now flipped into support. So I'm gonna remove this, and we drag the price from the lowest point, between the lowest point and the neckline, and replace that from the point where we broke. So technical target for this breakout would be $2,415. So that would be the technical. But so let's mark this one here. Okay, so that would be our technical breakout target. And now we're seeing Ethereum on the 4-hourly time frame, and I have this orange box, and the price did react around this area. If you see the swing here, and we came back down. So first of all, what I want to see is technically, as we've seen in the picture before, a retest to this support, and I would love to see it on 4 hours to a daily time frame. Since if we switch, let's switch to the daily. So if we switch to the daily, there you have it. So yeah, see, so on a daily, so next day, so this was 2 days ago. This was yesterday. This is today and tomorrow. If between tomorrow and after tomorrow we'd have a retest to this support, then we're good to go. So keep an eye on 1,862 to 1,860. So let's say between 60 and 70. 1,860 to 1,870 would be the target to retest. Okay, so and from here on, we move on forward, as we said before, to our target, which we marked here, 2412. But before that, we have this orange box. So what is this orange box? Let's do check. So this orange box, if we, let me remove this arrow. if we go to the weekly and see, first of all, we got retraced around this area. So let's zoom out. Let's zoom out and check what did Ethereum do. So Ethereum, yeah, this is our inverse head and shoulder pattern, okay, and those are our metrics on the weekly. And this was the price where Ethereum, let's remove the metrics for now so that we have a closer look. So this is the full-on look. This is the recent or last all-time high. This was a trend line, a break out of this trend line at this area. So we had this triangle pattern shaping here and a break from this. We broke it and we did create this trend line, which is the head and shoulders neckline, which acted as a resistance. So every time we touched this area, we went back down. So that was an obstacle which currently on the weekly this week still didn't close. So the higher the time frame, the better. So we want to close above this by the end of this week. So if you notice the green dotted line, so where we reacted or where we got rejected was around here. If we go back, this was the area, let me remove the magnet, this was the area which rejected us, right? And we are trading alongside those two candles, and we have this accumulation around this area on the weekly. So that's very obvious. Let me take an area. So we have this to be the area that we are, you know, moving along or we got rejected from. So this area has the following, which was here acting as a resistance, right? So we came up, rejected, broke, and at this area acted as a support. And this is on the weekly, so this is a big time frame. So this will cause us some troubles, okay? And again, here we acted as a support, and here we acted as a resistance. So which once was a support or a resistance, it turns into support and then turns into resistance, and now and now is being a resistance as well. So last time we got rejected from this area was in August 2022, and we retesting it in April 2023. So less than a little bit shy of a year later, we are retesting this area. This makes this green box and orange one very important, because after this, which is a multi-year support, because the first time we got rejected from it was in 2021, and that was 2 years ago. So yeah, again, this is a very important area if we go to the macro and look at the bigger image. So I'd keep an eye on this area after taking those wicks here and those, after taking those accumulation here and those wicks here, and confirming that we jumped above and had a concrete support. We have this orange box, which is represented by the top of the wicks here and the bottom wick here with the accumulation around this area. That's why those two areas that we are between at the moment are very crucial in our progress towards the target where this breakout should happen, or the end of 2418. So the first area would be, and we're just shy now below it, would be between 18 let's say 19,000 and 1960, and the orange box would be between 20 or 1900 and 1960 would be the green box, and the orange one would be 2000 and $2,170. So mark those numbers down. Those should we will expect, and we should expect some interaction and some resistance as we move towards those areas. So that is our first obstacle. That is our second obstacle on the weekly, and our final target from this breakout would be the 2400 and $2,400 would be the target. Okay, so keep an eye. This on the weekly is very looking bullish, the breakout, but still we need to take out those two targets. If we go down to the daily, so on the daily, yeah, the rejection here, we see, notice how the bears just yeah, pressure the price down, and this is the ongoing battle now, and we're forming this candle, which half of it at the current moment on the daily is a wick. So the lower the body is, the more the less bullish the candle would be, because bears would have dropped the price all the way down, right? After bulls gaining momentum, bears took over the candle later. So that's how we study the psychology of what's happening, or the candles in the market. So let's flip on our oscillators and see what do we have. On the MACD, we have definitely a green MACD on the daily, bullish, and we have over 50 stochastic with touching overbought territories. So yeah, we're touching, but still we have rooms to go. Definitely, we're at the 84, and like for example around here we came to all the way up to 94, and we can stay overbought territories for a while, and that's normal. So yeah, we still have some room on the stochastic, and we still have some room on the RSI, because on the RSI we're at 71, okay, touching overbought territories, and that's when buyers are, or sellers are stepping in and creating this pressure, green area and orange area here. Please note, or please do note that Shanghai upgrade for Ethereum, and that will come very important for the price, because it will unlock a huge amount of tokens, and it's happening 12 of April, between 12 to 14. So 100% between 12 to 14. I'm not exactly sure on the date, but that upgrade will have a lot of tokens being unlocked. The tokens of ETH which had been staked by the holders. So that would, if some percentage of those people decide to sell, and will create some selling pressure, which can be bearish on the short term. To say, maybe to just keep in mind that might be bearish and not 100%, because it comes with a theory of now you can stake ETH and unstake ETH. So that's over. So maybe more buyers would step in to buy and stake, ETH, while some people would take profit. So we're gonna wait and see, but expect volatility at around that area, around the unlocking area. So any increase in supply where you can move your money would be considered a potential to sell for the short term. So that's when we need to be a bit careful. But again, what we are seeing here from a technical point, and this is still very good. Like, we have a breakout, okay, we got rejected around this area, right, as a step one. Then we need a retest to this area, go back, take out this level, maybe interact with this area, and start to creating the higher lows, higher highs pattern until we take out both areas and go to our final target of the breakout. And please do note, this is on the daily, so this will take some time to play out. I mean, from the first touch interaction we had until the breakout, that was 74 days. So yeah, I mean, this can be played within a couple of weeks to a month, or maybe even more for our final target. But again, it will take, this is not a short time frame move. So this would be a potential scenario of just grinding to get over the target we have. So that is inverse head and shoulders, and head and shoulders, and Ethereum move currently. So expect a retest here. Any buying positions should be around this area, and avoid buying at, of course, always at resistances. So we only wait to break out, retest, and then initiate a buy. We only sell at resistances if you felt like shorting, but breaking those patterns, I mean, this was a very long-term downtrend pattern, and as soon as that was broken around this area, that signaled, imagine shorting here or here. So breaking or out of those bullish, like long-term bullish big patterns, and that was a 25% increase in price. So this was a 74% move with a potential of, from breakout, the technical to it would be a 30% move up to the upside for ETH. So again, yeah, I wouldn't consider going against the trend unless we broke this pattern, and then I would, yeah, this would be invalidated if we broke the neckline to the downside. Again, this would be invalidated, and I would start looking for different potential targets to fill, like the golden pocket retest, for example, or the zero point 0.5 Fibonacci at 16775. Yeah, those two areas would be very potential retest. If this neckline broke, those would be my targets to the downside. So that is the overview on Ethereum. Very beautiful breakout, guys. Again, retest the trend line here on the green line. That would be the key to enter any position if you felt bullish, and the 13th of April unlocking token you think is gonna be bullish on the medium to long term, then yeah, that can be a good play for ETH or trading ETH. Anyway, stay safe, guys. Enjoy the definitely the breakout, but don't over leverage. Over risk management is key. I'm gonna leave a link up in the top corner about a video that we did regarding trading yesterday, so go on and check that out. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Stay safe and stay crypto. Bye bye.